We're here in Peterborough today. It's day 716, and today's a very special day. We're marking it in memory of Carl Martin, who sadly passed away in February, and he's waiting for a heart transplant. And we have the family here, and we're going to get a few words from Carl's mom. Her name is Melody. And let me find her. There she is. Hi, Melody. How are you?
Good, thanks.
And can you just talk a little bit about today, what we're doing, and a little bit about Kyle and?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the walk is to bring awareness for organ donation and transplants. There seems to be a shortage these days, and there are a lot of people that are waiting on lists that we hope will receive organs. As far as Kyle, he had his first transplant in '97, and things seem to be going well. Unfortunately, he ended up with coronary artery disease and was relisted in May of 2001, but the disease ended up taking him February 6th of this year. He was a very strong advocate for organ donation and wanted awareness to be heard all over.
So you'll be carrying the torch
Yes,
today?
yes,
Okay.
I will.
Great.
And it's a great honor.
Right. Well, I am so glad that I met you, and the phone call that I got yesterday just pumped me right up.
That's great.
So we'll maybe get a few words from the rest of the family. Okay, what's your name?
Melissa.
Melissa, how are you? All right. You gonna walk in the rain? Yeah. Okay. That's a brave girl. Your name? Little Dave? Little Dave, right?
Yes.
Okay. Your name?
Tidra.
Evan. Cody.
Okay, you guys gonna be ready to all walk in the rain then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, great. We'll probably start walking in
I will.
5 minutes.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
All right, guys. Don't touch the top.
Be careful.
Yeah, I'll be.
Okay. It's all right, hon. It's not going to bite you. We wouldn't let it.
Oh, she's gonna have to hold it up.
There you go.
Okay, I think we're all set.
Yep.
Okay.
Smells like gas leak.
It's lamp oil.
It's lamp oil, huh?
You're gonna
Watch
find
behind you there, George.
You haven't even gone out.
Well, you're just supposed to. Yeah. Maybe just going to get right to city or something. Well.
Cheap. Not one roll.
Right behind you.
We'll tell you where you're going.
Okay, thanks.
Picture. You want to start?
Yeah, you go ahead.
How's the bag?
Yeah, you start.
Is it okay? You're doing okay?
How about some rats? Okay, Nick, you get in here. I'll take pictures. Yeah, Nick, you gotta get in here, man. Somebody say sack. Sack.
That put a smile on everybody's face, eh? Everybody yells that out, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Perfect. That put a smile on everybody's face, eh? Everybody yells that out, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Perfect. If you,
When I press the red button, it will be recording.
yeah, you don't see the pause there?
And it's my great pleasure to welcome George Marcello to Peterborough. We are honored that you have made this on your 716th day. You have made this a stop. You're going to be here for a couple of days, and we are so pleased that Peterborough is on your route. And George, you're doing a remarkable thing by drawing attention to the need across this country for organ donations. We have, I gather, 4,000 people waiting. I've just heard that the list is growing. And one feels that it really is a system. Canadians are a generous people. And my sense is it is simply the system that we have in place that has dictated the fact that these donations are less than they should be, and that the list is growing. And that's part of your lobbying effort, and good for you. And I just asked George what he's going to do in a little while when his feet stop walking. He says he's going to sleep for a couple of days, but then he has some lobbying to do. And it would be useful if all of us who are concerned about this issue would assist him in that. So say you're most welcome to this community. We're delighted to have you here. Good luck on your mission here, but also your mission across this country, George.
Thank
you for doing what you're doing.
Bob Brown are here also today, so thanks for coming.
And Barry.
It's at this time we get to introduce representing the MPP Gary Stewart. It's Lorna Plunkett. Lorna?
Thank you. And welcome, George, on behalf of Gary. It's a pleasure for me to welcome you here to Peterborough. Because the legislature is sitting today, Gary sends his regrets that he's unable to be present for this special news conference. George Marcello is to be congratulated for his efforts to raise the awareness of the need for organ and tissue donations. During the year 2001, while 400 organ donors made it possible for doctors to perform approximately 630 transplants in Ontario, there was a 3.5% decrease in cadaveric donors over 2000, and 1,700 people in Ontario await a transplant. The good news is that the number of living donors increased dramatically over that time frame. Our Ontario government is committed to ensuring that Ontarians have an organ and tissue donation system that works for the donors, their families, and those needing life-saving transplants. The government passed legislation in the late 2000s establishing the Trillium Gift of Life Network, a new organization to plan, promote, coordinate, and support organ and tissue donation across the province. The founding CEO, Mr. Darwin Keeley, was named in December 2001, and $6.6 million in incremental operating funds has been approved for the year 2001-2002 to support the organ transplantation programs in the 8 organ transplant hospitals across Ontario. The Trillium Gift of Life Network will work diligently to support and promote organ and tissue transplants. We encourage everyone to sign a donor card and to make loved ones aware of your desire to be a donor. On behalf of the Ontario government and all of the citizens across this fine province, I wish you, George, all the best in your quest to further the cause of organ transplantation.
I'll tell you a little story. I met George about 2 years ago. It was a hot summer sunny afternoon, and he came into the radio station and we did an interview, and I noticed in the pamphlet, I was thinking, you know, maybe my picture's in here, but I see I got bumped by the Pope. So it's at this time I get to introduce George Marcello.
Thank you, and it's wonderful seeing you again. I also want to thank the mayor for graciously accepting the torch on behalf of Peterborough and saying the words today. Also want to acknowledge Barry LaRocque. Where is he? Oh, okay. They're always hiding, and you know. The reason why I want to acknowledge Barry is because he did a terrific job in arranging everything. He took care of every detail, and that made it real easy for me to just enter your community, and he did such a terrific job that I'm going to recommend that he gets a raise. Also, I want to thank the Comfort Inn for helping us out with accommodations for the 2 days that I'm here in Peterborough. The Choice Hotels right across the country have been helping us out with accommodations, and we've been doing this on a zero budget, and if it wasn't for people like the Choice Hotels and other individuals, I wouldn't be able to have made it this far. I also want to thank the officer that gave us the escort today. He's at the back there, for making sure that nobody got hurt along the way, and he did his job very eloquently. Thank you. What else? Want to thank the media for coming out here to cover this story. It is a very important issue, and we've actually done 2,000 interviews during the last 716 days, and we've gotten nothing but positive stories, and that's not a hint to the media to put but they've been behind us, and it's with their help, they're sort of helping to amplify this very important message. Now, here's the why I'm excited to come to Peterborough and see a lot of familiar faces. But I'm especially excited today because today, day 716, we're marking it in memory of Carl Martin, the courageous young man that passed away sadly in February, waiting for a heart transplant. And I actually got the phone call yesterday. I got a voicemail from Janine stating the story, and it just came to my attention yesterday. But as soon as I got that voicemail, I wanted to make sure I could get a hold of Janine right away, and it's the reason why I'm walking, to make sure that we're going to give people that are on that waiting list the best chance possible to survive, to get those much needed organs. So it's a great honor for me today to acknowledge today to that courageous young man, Carl Martin. And Melody has carried the torch from a few kilometers, and let's just give a warm, thank you for all the work that Kyle done and the family and all the friends that are here to support Kyle, and she's going to say a few words afterwards. Now, I just wanted to touch a little bit on the reason why I'm walking, besides being crazy. There was two missions that we were hoping to accomplish during this campaign. It was to spark the interest of all Canadians from coast to coast about the importance of organ and tissue donations. We wanted to inform people, educate people, let them know how important it was to become an organ donor, that one person's decision can save up to 8 people's lives. And people did become aware that this was an important decision to make. And overwhelmingly, when I talked to Canadians, and I talked to millions of Canadians, the response we were getting from Canadians that they all approved of becoming organ donors. As a matter of fact, I couldn't search for one person that didn't agree with it. So this truly isn't a reflection on our problem. As the mayor stated out, we need to look at some reform in our system, our present system. And I've had countless families, thousands of individuals that had approached me with what they feel were shortcomings in our system. There was a lot of cases where a family, even though they discussed, their support for the family member to donate the organs, at the time that they were approached, they were in such a state of shock and grief, they couldn't say yes. So what happened there is that we lost an opportunity. The other things that we were hearing from Canadians were that, yes, I do want to donate my organs, and I got to schedule it in. As many Canadians lead very busy lives, we live on schedules. Now, what happens is sometimes your time might come before you get a chance to do that. So what happens is that a lot of people are passing away without getting the opportunity to make their wishes and desires precious, to lose one person's desires to donate the organs and to miss out on that. So what they did is they passed along, created a registry where everybody became organ donors, but they made sure people had the option to take their names off. And since they put that system in effect, they have been leading the world in their rate of organ and tissue donations. And some of the other countries that created a similar model have experienced the same success. So after I finish this walk, what I'm hoping is the opportunity to present my report. And this is with a million of Canadians' voices behind this, a report that will, hopefully, we can have our governments look at an alternative system, one that can possibly work. And our steps are simple. If this was to be considered, what we would first do is make sure that we did have the overwhelming support of Canadians to create this system. We wouldn't go into this blind. We would make sure that Canadians from coast to coast were going to support this system. Afterwards, we would be able to create the system, and just from my experiences on the road, I can tell you, we wouldn't have too many Canadians that would be taking their names off. And as a result, we can secure that precious decision. We can secure that precious decision that it won't be missed. And as a result, we would be able to have more donor families. And there's a benefit to being a donor family. There's a lot of comfort during the grieving process when a family makes that donation. But when they're deprived of that donation because they couldn't make it at that moment, they don't get a second opportunity at that. So we would not only be able to honor the individual's wishes, we would also be able to make sure that more lives were going to get saved and make sure that we would have more donor families. It's a win-win situation. So what we're urging is, after I finish this, is that I have an opportunity to present my report. I'm actually, it's not confirmed yet, but they got me penciled in October to address the National Council on Organ and Tissue Donation. So I'm pretty excited about that. We live in a country where I feel, and I'm pretty sure everybody else is going to feel this, we have the best people in the world. And I've experienced that from coast to coast, from the small towns to the big cities. Canadians are the best people in the world, and you know what? We're not arrogant about it. We don't boast about it, but we do have the best people. So I know that if we had this system in place, we would probably have the highest rate in the world, and that's where we belong. That's where we belong, just like all the rest of the standards that Canadians hold precious. So on that note, today is a very special day because a young man passed away a few months ago, and he was courageously doing his utmost to bring this message to people. And at this point in time, I want to bring up Melody Martin, the mother of Carl Martin.
I just want to say thank you very much. It is a very important day for everyone, not just for Carl, but for those that have lost the battle in waiting for another organ. They are our angels. They will walk beside us. And it's been a great honor to meet George, and such a wonderful thing that he is doing for everyone. Organ donation is extremely important. I beg, as my son would have done, to please consider signing your cards. It would help thousands of people survive. And I guess in a way I'm speaking for all, but I'm thinking of the children. They are our future, and to give them second hope would be a wonderful thing. My son received his first transplant in December 10th, 97. He was blessed with 4 miracle years. He done so much. He brought out a CD to raise money for organ awareness. He spoke to everybody he possibly could, and I just hope that his dream will be fulfilled. And just consider signing your cards. Think of our future, our children, as well as people that are people. That's one thing I enjoy about Peterborough. The people are real. They care, they're outgoing. They supported us for 4 years. And it's just been one miracle after another. And today we're presented with another miracle. George coming into our lives and helping us to understand what we need. George, I would like to present you with some money that my son had made selling his CDs, and it's to go to organ donation. This may help the cause, we hope. It's $665, and we're still going to work on it. And we are so blessed to have met you. God bless.
Well, that's going to wrap things up, and they were right. The rain did hell off, so that's a good thing. You kids, lunch is over. Back to school. I understand that we do have a CD to wrap things up, though, and so to kind of mingle around, you can stay for a bit while we're playing the CD in the background here, and thanks for coming out.
Paul, you don't have any radio hookup now, eh? Okay, what we wanted to do is have all the kids scream out. Yes. We're going to scream out, donate their organs and tissues.
Okay, you guys ready? You're going to yell for us?
I'm going to do it at the sound of 3. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
Donate your organs and tissues! Right on, guys.
Good work. Now I think the TV person wants us to do a little walk.